Hello? You guys hear me? Oh, soft. One sec. By the way. The music's still on, and you can hear my voice. One sec. How about now? Okay, we're good. Yeah, sorry for asking for your help since I can't really on any audio or the mic receive the feedback. Yeah, streaming is weird. Oh god. Why do we do this? I don't know who this Max you speak of is. He probably is. Okay. Yeah, I think we can start now. Let me just ping again. Hang on a bit. Okay, here we go. Where do we start? Right, here we go. So, God, I might need a second monitor. Maybe later. Okay, let's go. So, welcome to the stream for gallery records of Bastard Magic Instructor. Is the screen okay? You guys see the thing? Okay, so as mentioned in the schedule, we'll be going over Volume 1 first, then we'll move forward to Volume 2 a bit later. Since, well, it's Volume 2 release day, and yeah, the best for last. Best for last. Okay, since, I mean, we're doing Volume 1 first, since some people might not have seen the thing, so yeah, let's go through it. Okay, so what is this? It's basically an art book for the series with some bonus illustrations that might be a bit too spicy for me. You'll see for yourself. Get your own copy. It's over at Bookwalker. It's in the link. Okay. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so first things first, alright, I'm just gonna spoil you here. The new illustrations are at the front, so we'll just get those over with. I think the thing is on... yeah, it's alright. Okay, so, let's go. Page 1. Does it work? Oh yeah, okay. So this is one of the original illustrations for Volume 1. It's basically the main 3 heroines in sort of a real-world high school timeline, which there's actually a short story that takes place in this alternate world if it was in the real world. And this is basically how the setup looks like. I need to check with this. Yeah, no worries, we'll just relax. It's not like we're talking to a wall or something. Okay, so next week might be a bit too spicy by me. I'm gonna skip it a bit since you'll see why. Okay, go. It's basically Eve in a swimsuit. I'm not gonna comment anything else beyond that. If you want to watch it again, watch the VOD. See ya. Get your own copy. We're moving. I don't want to get shot by YouTube, so let's get a move on. Okay, so for some reason the official English name is called Reminiscent Paintings instead of the kanji over here says Gallery Records for some reason. So whatever that is. I mean, they decide the naming, so I don't judge. How do I... hang on a bit, I need to... oh, right, here we go. Okay, so, next. So, going through the art book, we'll see a lot of prototype stuff, etc, like this. So, early on when designing for Glenn, this is some of the things that the artist Kuroni Mishima had planned for him. Like, for example, this 22 here was originally his stated age or estimated age, when in the series he's actually 19. Oh, don't give me that rank later. Shit, yeah, we'll see that later. Trust me. There's that. No worries. But yeah, this is some of the like beta Glenn. How does it look like? How the original outfit would have looked like if they created it, etc. Also, one bit of tidbit, there's a reason why Kuroni Mishima gave him like a ponytail, which according to the afterword that's translated, it's like she wanted him to be very stand-out-ish, as like you see this dude character with ponytail, you know immediately it's him. That's kind of a neat little touch she talks about in Volume 6's afterword. Okay, so next. So for Sistine, there's this is probably the best thing to come out of this, like beta Sistine, where the outfit is something that Volume 2 addresses, but originally she did look a lot very different from how it is. And the whole prototype uniform thing. And of course, because she's like written to be a tsundere cat character, of course she would have that thing around there. And there's also the winter uniform thing, which takes place during a certain volume in the series. Ah, damn headphones. Okay, moving on. Next will be Romeo, which is... she has a lot more like beta concept art, like originally was going to have a longer hair, or this type of hair, or slightly long-ish hair. I don't know. Essentially, it was decided that she would go with like a very short hairstyle, which, but looking at the prototype artworks, it does look... either of these could have worked. Well, it's a good thing, but it's a matter of taste, I guess. Either of these could have worked. Ooh, boy. So, moving on. Next will be Riel. There's not much to say here other than one thing I want to point out is officially Riel does not have her age listed, but since the art book estimated her to be around the same age as Sistine and Romeo, this finally gives like some hard proof that she's around 15, or that's the idea anyways. So she only has like her Mage Court's uniform, which went about 2 different color styles, red, blue, whichever one works for you, and her winter wear, which actually kind of fits with a little... there's a little small scene in volume 12 that actually makes use of this. Okay, next. Some of these are the column afterwards from volumes 1 to 5, which is basically Mishima draws and illustration and ask them to say some stuff, etc., etc. God, bring this series to English already. Okay, let's cut down the swearing. I have standards. I don't want to get shot by YouTube. Alright, moving on. So next we'll look at the illustrations from volume 1 to 12. Know that there's some spicy shit. If you've seen the anime, you know what I'm talking about. Also, F that scene. Moving on. Actually, 7 here. Is that gonna be a VOD? It probably will. Might have to edit it. Might be way too long than it's anywhere to be. Oh well. Moving on. Actually, let me just safety check first. I don't want to get shot. Ah, back to single page. Okay. Oh, right. This. Never mind. We're good. We're safe. Safe. Okay. So from this point on is basically the cover page illustrations, but without the background stuff. Actually, you can find some of these over at Mishima's Fixiv account. I know she posted up to volume 5 on there for some reason, but I don't know. There's also some commentary here that we still haven't translated, but it's some interesting insight about what she was thinking when drawing all this. Also, yes, I know the uniform thing. We'll talk about that in volume 2. So next, volume 3 and 4's cover pages, and 5 and 6, which actually, did you know that 5 is the first volume that has like a recurring cast of characters on the cover page, which since Gwen 16 showed up in volume 1, this is the first volume that has a recurring character pair, etc. Then volume 6 is where stuff really goes down. And yeah, moving on, volume 7, volume 8, and the volume 8 was very unfortunately not adapted in the manga, which is for the longest time the only way the series had an official English release. But thankfully a certain translation site already finished translating it, so you can check it out there. And then you have volume 7 with Eve right here, and again probably the best volume in the series. Anyone who wants something out of this series, like romance, you can read this volume and still have your pick. It's actually fun for everyone. Yeah, okay, moving on. Volumes 9 and 10, not much to say here other than another volume where a lot of plot goes down. Yeah, about that. And volume 11 and 12, which features the more like RRR characters, I guess. That I don't have much to say here other than the fact that the team is still working on translating it, and just take it slow. It'll come. Just relax. Alright, so moving. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we now come to the part where there's gonna be some shit I have to skip over because Google's gonna shoot me if I show this on screen. Which, let me just quick check. Oh yeah, what's it? Okay, so frontispiece colored illustrations basically. There's not much to say other than I guess we could compare it to the anime. This scene happens, and a quick tidbit about the classroom. In the light novels, it's stated that the classroom could hold up to 40 students. But if you've seen the anime, it's like 24 students at most because it's like 8 per row, I guess. It's crazy how you could fit that many students, but which is funny considering that only like, how many? 6, 11, about only like less than around 14 out of 24 students actually get involved with the plot, so 40 students is a bit too much and irrelevant, so moving on. Okay, no. Okay, no. Yeah, it's that scene that we're not gonna go talk too much about other than... Okay, you have 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2. Okay, we're gone. Okay, y'all had your chance, but I'll just talk a bit about that image for a bit. Interestingly, when looking through the the commentary by the artist, she mentions that when she saw that scene in the anime, she thought that scene was really well done, according to the Mission commentary for that specific image. Again, if you want it, go get your own copy. Then we have this Glenn casting Extinction Ray, which is way different from how the anime depicts, but given that this is volume 1, a lot of things at this point in time were not really didn't really have any anime references to use, so they had the freedom to make whatever they want, and before they settle on a established pattern, etc. Not much to talk about here other than this is what the series looked like in 2014 compared to today. It's an interesting look. Moving on. Volume 2, not much to say here other than stuff that happens there. And this scene that the anime actually did this one really well. And oh yeah, there's an interesting tidbit here. There's a good reason why the majority of these early illustrations only had female characters, which Mission actually does talk a bit about in the Volume 2 interview. Spoilers. But moving on, there's also this, and this scene was actually kind of fun. Moving on, Volume 3's illustrations, when Riel joins the class, Wendy here is excited over having you know the scene where she says she is Glenn's everything and she lives for him, and then everyone in the class goes, "Oh hey, you want die early, bruh? Let's die early." Oh right, swimsuits. Moving on. Oh right, drama. Oh yeah, I guess I can say this about Volume 3. First volume that has the plot continues in the next volume kind of deal, but in a more explicit way where it's the chapter count ends at intermission, and then when it starts in volume 4 it's called intermission 2 and continues from chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, etc. That was the first and last time they did it. After that they haven't done it again. Oh yeah, then we have Albert. It's your boy. Not gonna lie, he is cool AF in the light novels. It's a pity the anime cut his fight to literally just stand there, snap hands, set thing on fire. Actually, I think I know who this is. I know someone who really likes Albert on a certain website. Let's not talk about that. All I know is that it's cool. He's cool. Alright, moving on. Oh, right. This. And this. Moving on. Ah, right. There's something interesting I want to talk about here. You guys know Leo, Sistine's fiance, who's blonde in the anime? This is how he originally looked like. He looked like some elf-looking brunette in a suit. Way different from how the anime depicted him. Interestingly, in the manga, the way the manga designed Leos is very similar to the anime. But the funny thing is that when the anime was airing, the manga had yet to conclude the events of Volume 4, and this is Volume 5. So it's there's this weird situation of whether it was it the anime or the manga that settled on the design for Leos. It's hard to tell for sure because who knows how long have they been working on the project? I can't tell. Anyone got psychic powers? No? Never mind. We'll delve into that later. So, plot of Volume 5, Sistine needs to get married, and then Albert disses Glenn for thinking that she's a replacement for Sarah. Kinda rough, bruh. And then this scene where Romeo is actually okay with being Glenn's mistress, and Riel wants to tag along with that mistress thing. And then this scene, which is actually way longer than how the anime depicted it, because it does show that Sistine does feel bad for Leo's dying and wants to avenge him. It's a scene that got skipped over. Oh god. It's actually a good scene that develops her a bit. Yeah, moving on. And then you have this, which is also the special print on a soon children's card game or adults card game. Anyone play Waifu Schwartz here? No? Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Alright, moving on. So, Volume 6. This is where the plot starts, and I won't get into it other than... Oh, right, never mind, moving on. Right, I won't get into it other than Zelika is involved, and she has a certain power that a certain blonde dude in a certain series also does. I won't say the name, but you might have an idea. Also, oh hey, I wonder who this is. Oh no, never mind, let's not talk about that. Okay, Volume 7. Yes, the best volume of this entire series. Not because they introduce Eve, Glenn's ex-boss, and have this scene play out, and have this scene of her panicking because she's a tsundere who cannot admit that she likes someone. Just... Come on, lady. You write books for a living. Now, I'll get into that a bit later. Doctor Strange. Oh, I wish it was Doctor Strange. But it... Yeah, okay, I won't comment anything. Alright, moving on. Dressing room. Nope. Nope. Ah, right. And then they have this really cool scene. There's actually a meme on the Reddit that someone posted. It involves Albert and Sistine and a sniper rifle. I won't say anything else. There's a joke here. Oi. What oi? Okay, what oi? If it's a dressing room thing, I can't show that. I don't want to get shot. There's like at least... How many? Oh god, there's at least 2 more scenes where I have to skip because it's very spicy. But yeah, Volume 7, it's about a ball, it's about the mage course tagging along to protect the students and stuff. It's a good volume. There's something for everyone in Volume 7. Highly recommend. You can read it for free. The manga, the English manga actually just recently released the volume that concludes that arc. So you can also get it as well. Really good art. Something for everyone. Even the people who desperately want romance in this series, even though there's no sign of it. Moving on. Okay, so I'll talk a bit about Volume 8 since, one, it's not really that plot heavy. But basically, Riel's gonna get expelled and the Academy Center on a study abroad program to the Magic Girls Academy, which is a girls only school, which leads to Glenn having to pull a Rama hat by becoming a woman for X number of days, which ends about as well as you expect. And basically you have an academy of Ojo-sama like punk ladies who, well, who kinda suck. They're good at flexing how open quotes good they are, but they suck compared to the students that Glenn teaches. Yeah, that's about the brief plot of that volume. It's also kind of okay. It's a filler volume, to be honest, but it does develop Riel, which is alright. I'm gonna go single here because for good reason. And of course they get beaten because, well, they're the bad guys. And we're gonna skip this because no. Oh, they have plot armor. Bruh, you're a main character. Of course your armor is made of plot. And as I say, when I said it develops Riel in a way that makes her more human-like. Well, she's interacting with characters other than Sistine and Romeo. Let's just Elsa here. Yeah, she's called Elsa. She doesn't want to build a snowman. Good reason why. And this is probably the best character of this entire volume. Ninjago, whoever she is, go read the book. It's translated. It's also free for now. And Volume 9, which brings us to Volume 9, where Jatif is back. Of course he is. I mean, he's crazy. The crazies are always back. Which leads to a situation where Sistine and Glenn have to fight their own respective battles. Against who? Don't know. You find out yourself. And yeah, stuff happens. stuff happens. I can't really spoil too much other than the fact that you get to see Zelika do stuff. That's all I had to say about it. Oh, right. Oh, right. You also get to see the professors do stuff. Especially Mr. Pervert over here, who is actually capable. No, let's not go there yet. Oh yeah, and did you know that Glenn and Zelika enjoy playing chess? Such that Glenn sucks at it so much that he keeps losing his money because Zelika keeps waxing him with it. She's God, and he is challenging God. There's a good reason for that. Moving on. And volume 10, you have this illustration for Romeo, and this situation where a certain truth is finally exposed. You guys can fill in the blanks. And of course, oh right, this dragon thing, I'm just gonna say now, it's Zelika. Don't ask why, I don't know why. Oh, right, and then a bunch of stuff happens. Alright, so we're coming into volume 11 now. This is like, not translated yet territory. But TLDR, just know that stuff happens at the school, and what's her name, Eve here, is now a professor. That's all we'll say. And we're gonna skip over the next fic because screw you. And they have this fic for Eve, which is... The funny thing about this fic is that this fic is the... Okay, I need to explain some context. So basically, recently, I think around last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. Kadokawa released a game called Fantasia Rebuild, which is basically like FGO for Fujimi Fantasia Show or light novels, which includes Akashic Records. And Eve, a character not from the anime, has a voice actress for that game. And this is a finishing move. This thing from volume 11. There's a reason why this scene is depressing AF. But it's cool. It's cool. More on that later. Moving on. And volume 12, which brings us to... where are we? Oh, right. Snowland! Oh, right. Remember earlier when I said the... the winter uniform is useful for Riel because she gets to do this. Because it's cold, and she hates the cold. Like Glenn. I mean, who doesn't hate the cold? Frozen fanboys? Fangirls? Okay, let's not go there. Oh right, those two from the Girls Academy also decided to visit, and Zelika is cheating AF when playing snowballs because, well, it's Zelika. When is she ever fair? And then you have this really cool scene with the Aurora Borealis, which is actually the server image for the server. Actually, I think it's still up. Make a quick check. Oh yeah, it's still there. Never mind. Alright, yeah, this is really nice fic. Okay, so next... Alright, we got the afterwards for volumes 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. Does this remind you of something? Anyone? No? I swear, according to Mishima, does like to poke fun at certain things. But from this volume onwards, it will be the last time, like, it'll be a good while before she made another, like, afterward illustration like this. Alright, moving on. So, Monochrome Illustrations are basically the illustrations you can see in the volume. I just skimmed through these because just know that the majority of early volumes have at least 10, and they start to drop off from volume 12 onwards. I don't know why, it's just part of the gig, you know? All of them are plot related, we'll just skim over it. Alright, and then we have these column mini chibi illustrations of the cast. I wonder who this is. Yeah, who could that be? Not like anyone knows who that is. Okay, so illustrations for the TV animation. Okay, so a few things. One, just to be clear, Kurine Mishima did not work on the anime. She did, however, do some material that would be sold during the anime broadcast in 2017, which includes the Blu-ray cover for Volume 1, which is this. She does make a passing remark about this, so... But yeah, this is the box cover for Volume 1 of the DVD, and... Yeah, not much to say here other than the others at the back, moving on. Volume 2, Volume 3. I don't know why Romeo is always drawn very lewdly. I don't ask questions to stuff I don't want to know. We have this really cool pic for Albert at the bar, and Zelika with the beer. Oh yeah, did you know that Volume 4 is the only one without a character song? Because it's the volume where they put the soundtrack. And it's a pretty rockin' soundtrack. You can actually check on this godforsaken channel, maybe later. Then you have Volume 6, and I think this one was the special early release for Volume 1. I don't intend to find that because it's too much work. I don't think anyone is laying that off. And the ending screen for episode 12 after everything resolved, which has that really polished Reminiscent touch. This was released 4 years ago. Holy crap. How long has it been? Alright, 4 years. Never mind, I just answered my own question. Let's move on. Okay, next. I think this was... Yeah, it's one of those promotional materials things. And we have this. Alright. This character... I need to talk a bit about... Okay, so this character is from the DVD exclusive light novel for Volume 1. They call it Tinkerbelling and Bastard Magic Instructor, which involves this girl Anna who can't use magic, but for some reason is able to, despite never being able to use magic. Okay, TLDR, just know it's a DVD exclusive volume that is going to be hell to finish translating because ain't nobody got time for that. We have a day job, unfortunately. But just know it's a one-shot side story that is it's really big. As in, it's as big as a regular volume. Not compulsory reading, but just know that it was released for that. Okay, next, extras. Oh, right. Yeah, about this. Gallery Records, they also, which I'm going to call the artbook because it's just easier. This is a side story for the artbook, which is penned by the author himself. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we're working on it. Just know that it'll be a while. It won't take a little long. Oh, it comes to my favorite part of Volume 1. Probably the only part that's actually really good. Okay, for those of you who want to buy the book, this is the best section you could possibly make. A lot of these characters are, you won't know who they are, but I'll just go through them. You got Gibbo here, the Harry Potter looking schmuck from the class, who can't Harry Potter for shiz. You got Holly here, who's obviously the guy who hates Glenn for some reason. And you have the best character of this entire series. His name is Orwell. Orwell. O-R-W-E-L-L. Best character. Why? He makes a command right about. That's not a joke. There's a side story about that. And you got here Cecilia, which is like the academy nurse lady, who, interestingly, there was a design to let her wear glasses so that when she pukes blood, which is part of her character gimmick, she could look like kind of like this. Then you have this Rosalie, the remarkably, absurdly terrible yet effective detective girl who looks up to a fictional character like Glenn. I mean, like Glenn, she wants to be like a character in a book. That kind of thing. Moving on. Then you got some main plot characters like, what's her name again? Okay, those two from the Girls Academy. Yeah, let's just call that. You got plot important characters here. Can't really talk about it there. You got the villain for Volume 8. I'm just gonna say who she is, but here's the reason why this art book is good. Because in Volume 8, the villain did not have an illustration, so her having like a beta test illustration here is quite good. It's good stuff. Alright, moving on. Alright, because Kurone Mishima is also the artist that worked on Yeah, Benzine and Colette, those two. Never mind. The names are not really that important. But basically, because Kuroni Mishima is also the artist for Konosuba, there's a crossover with Konosuba, like, not really canon story, but it's basically a crossover where the characters from both universes have a one-shot story that takes place in the other character's universe. It's quite fun. The Konosuba one is translated, but the Akashic Records one is still being worked on. It'll be a while, but we can get there. And of course, there's this nice little illustration where they swap outfits. And a bunch of 16 related images, which I'll just talk about. Most of these are designed for like the Fujimi Fantasia Bongo events. This one's designed for that one short story that I mentioned earlier, where it takes place in the real world. The real world, where the characters, the entire setting, it's in the real world, no magic, no nothing, just real world stuff. And this is the cover page for it. This is some swimsuit thing for some event that took place a few years ago. And this, yeah, the Fujimi Fantasia Bongo, what's the word? The festival event. It's basically like Comic-Con, but for Fujimi Fantasia Bongo light novels, which is one of the illustrations that was done for it. And a bunch of chibi characters of the entire Fujimi Fantasia Shobo series of light novels. Yeah. And then that brings us to the end of volume 1, where we'll just go through the cover. And yeah, this is how the cover looks like physically. I had the physical copy actually, and it's actually quite nice. I need to put it under a steel wrapper because it's fragile AF. Okay, but yeah, and that's the end of volume 1. So now we're gonna catch a breather a bit. I need to take a piss. Y'all take 5. We'll be back. And yeah, we'll be back. Let's on some music. And actually, is the music still playing in the background? This is a legit question. Is the music still playing in the background? I can't tell. Never mind. I just realized I can't check that because, well, if I check the audio here, it will F with the stream. This feels bad, man. Alright, is the music alright? If it's alright, we'll be back for a bit. Quick toilet break. Y'all catch a breather. I think we're gonna start volume 2 soon. Let me check. Are we on time? Oh, we are 15 minutes early. Yeah, take 10, boys. We'll be back. Now to ping the rest of the server and see if anyone's actually coming. Yeah. Alright, chill, boys. We'll be right back. Yeah, this is Riel. We'll be back. Okay, we're back, I think. Yeah, we're back. One sec. Okay, so, unfortunately I have to keep things according to schedule, so we got like 15 minutes of downtime, so yeah, Amar, you didn't check the announcements. Come on, man. Okay, so, we got 50 minutes of downtime. Any questions? Stuff you want to reread before we jump to volume 2? No? I mean, I have to delay anyway, so we can just chill for a bit. Since we gotta be fair to everyone else, since... Yeah, we gotta be fair, so... We'll just jump back to the front page, I guess. Any questions? Anything? Nothing? Yes? No? Want us to talk about something specific? You know, that kind of question that's gonna happen at this point. Does Eve die? Well, she is in volume. She's on the cover of certain volumes past that volume 12, so you'll see. I mean, if you can fill in the blanks, you will notice that this author doesn't really do certain things. He's good at one thing, it's called debating. Other than that, you'll kind of notice yourself of whether or not certain characters will make certain fates, etc, etc. Just know that if you see him on the cover page, it's a good chance they're not, you know, certain term. Okay, back up a bit. Yeah, volume 1. You guys got anything you want to look at again? No? Look, the swimsuit is nice, but moving on. Oh, hey Amar, finally! Welcome! Moving on. Oh yeah, chat, any questions? No? Yes? I guess we could talk a bit about... Actually, legit, you guys have anything you want to talk about? None? Anything? I mean, really, we'll answer them however we can. I'm always in the chat, so we can help. Well, I can't comment about what we're doing personally. All I know is that 7 over at the server is working on V11, V12, I think. Yeah, he's working on some stuff for that. V10 first, obviously, but just know that stuff from our end will be a while. Yeah, Valve soon, Valve time. We translate with Valve time here. Who's your favorite character and why? Good question. I don't really have one. I mean, I like pretty much all of them, I guess. There's something to like about most of the characters. Alright, I guess I can talk about one thing. There's a certain illustration of S.I.R that is in volume 5, but it's not in this volume. I wonder what happened to it. What do you mean rest of the squad? Oh, you know who we mean. Wink. But yeah, back to the question a bit. There's something to like about a lot of the characters, even if it's very passing. I mean, the only weakness is that the majority of them don't get to do stuff. So that's like the only downside, I guess. The series has a lot of potential to explore way more than it actually is doing now. But yeah, how about you guys? Anyone? I mean, I know at least one, maybe two people who like Glenn and Albert. What about y'all? Hey, come on. Best girl fan clubs. Where y'all at? Ren Gladar's best girl, by the way. I'm not talking about the shit, I'm talking about actual fangirls who like the characters themselves, not that kind of shit that exists for every series that has two dudes who are bros. Yeah, well, what do you guys think? I mean, if you want to make the translation work easy, just push for an official English, because I guess we can talk about the official English for a bit. It's important. A lot of people think it's worthless, but the thing is, today in 2021, there's way more people who have like spending power for stuff like light novels. It's just a question of, is it available in English in an official capacity? I'll be the first to say this right the F now. Shows like 86 and Musoko Tensei, the reason why they're explosively successful today is because their light novels exist before the anime existed in more than just Japanese, and that's the strength that gave it a community outside of Japan, which is important, and certain people within Japan noticed and they took advantage of it. Why else do you think people cannot shut up about those two shows? Especially considering that they specifically bring out light novel anime adaptations. These two are like the biggest examples you can look at and say, oh, that's doing well. This is why an English release is like super important. And in all honesty, it's either this or nothing. I mean, I know a lot of people want a season 2, but the reality is, unless the light novels come to English first, you can forget about season 2. Forget it, man. It ain't happening. Like, everyone wants it so bad, but getting it to season 2, getting the light novels to English first is like the easiest thing you can do. If it comes to English, you can build up. Otherwise, just enjoy whining about nothing, I guess. Although I will say that the art book, Volume 1 specifically, did really well. Like, it was top 1 for a while, which actually is longer than Volume 19, because Volume 1 was released the same day as Volume 19. So it's like, it did really well. For a series that's like, what, 7 years old? How do you push for English? Well, you can go to a place called J Novel Club and, I don't know, talk about the series there. Give people a reason to check it out. Like, obviously, it's like stuff that feels like isn't making anything happening, but it's like the easiest thing you can do. So easy, just go there. I mean, when I say talk about it, I mean like, not spoil stuff. That's stupid. I mean it in the sense that you, well, what's the word here? You talk about it. You pitch it to people. Get them interested. Talk about it. Annoy people with it. I mean, it's kind of annoying. There are a lot of suggestions over the forums there, but pitch the book. Basically, yeah, that. Just do that. I mean, do that r/light novels or something. We get shot for it, but point is, doing something shittily is better than doing nothing at all. I'll also tell you the reality of what most people who want a season 2 would do. Most would choose to do nothing because, well, they live for nothing and they will get nothing. I mean, the day season 2 happens is the day we retire from a lot of things related to the series, which is a good sign because I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I shot myself in the foot there. But moving on. Oh, yeah, it's a long road ahead, but if the series comes to English, that is the best thing that can happen to the series thus far. Like, it's the best thing that can happen. Why would it take 6 seasons? Why retire? That's the joke. I don't think it's gonna even get a 2. If it does happen, then we will retire. I don't know who this Max is you're talking about, bruh. Okay, 5 minutes more. Let's go ping the chat. I wonder if anyone else is on. Okay, let's go. Where is 7 anyways? Sleeping? Don't say we didn't warn y'all. I mean, it could be, whoever that is. We are everywhere and nowhere. Okay, so about the manga, it was not cancelled. It was concluded in one of those very stereotypical, here's the last chapter, here's a bunch of other things that takes place in the series. The manga adaptation is done. Open quotes, done. By no means it's over. The series itself is not over. The manga, however, is concluding at volume 10. That's the thing that happened to it. It doesn't mean the series is over. It just means the manga is done adapting for now. I say for now because, well, here's the thing. If the series suddenly explodes with crazy popularity, somehow, I don't know how, I don't know why, because Japan is very easy to predict. They like money. If something can make them money, they will make stuff for it. Simple as that. I mean, you take a look at stuff like Dragon Ball. I mean, most of us don't really follow Dragon Ball, so why would we care? But you can't deny the fact that that franchise prints money so much that even if the thing they make was crap, like Dragon Ball Super, I like Super, but let's not pretend the anime was good. Even if it was crap, it still prints money. It's crazy. And unless Akashic Records explodes like that, it's probably not gonna continue for a good while. Although, granted, I don't think that's relevant if the light novels come to English, so it's whatever. I will say one thing. We do have some things from the manga that I cannot confirm this now until next week when the last volume is out, but there are 2 specific shorts that are likely not going to come to English. We're kind of working on it, so yeah, if it's ready, and it's not actually not in volume 16 that's out next week, we might play that soon. Someday. The parent-teacher meeting thing. That's a good chapter, by the way. There's also something for that coming. Just, you'll see when it's ready. You'll see it here on the channel when it's ready. Yeah. Something related to that. I won't comment anything else beyond that. Whatever that is. Yeah, what we're talking about. Alright. 2 minutes to volume 2. Where is everyone? Really? Anyone else? You guys sleeping in? Come on, people in Asia. Look, guys, it's a Friday. It's like, what time is it for you guys now? What time is it for you guys? It's like 1 AM here now. No, really, what time is it for you guys now over there? 1 PM. Come on, we don't care. 1 AM. Oh, cool. Welcome aboard, man. What is sleep? 12:58. 1 AM. Yeah, good enough. 12 AM. Is it 12 AM or 12 PM? I can't tell. 12.00. I can't tell, bruh. Oh, I'm just gonna assume it's midnight. Okay. Oh yeah. Chill. Let's just relax. Can't believe I don't leave this damn thing on. Oh, it's midnight. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's just transition for a bit. Transition. Stand by a bit. Let me just get set up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I'm not saying a yes, so I'm just gonna assume a no is the answer. Okay, it's 1 AM. Let me just go ping them one more time. Okay, volume 2, here we go! Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna say something now. Originally I wanted to get like an autumn effect for this, but we couldn't program that crap in time, so we're stuck with this. Plain, vanilla. This cover was actually leaked on Volume 1's release day. Like, literally, review. Volume 1 release day. Oof. That was like, how long was that? 2 months ago. Holy crap. Remember the last stream was chaotic as AF. Oh well, moving on. Okay, so, first things first. New illustrations. Nothing too cringy, so we can move slowly. 1, 2, 3, go! Yay! It's the Imperial Court Mage Court! Before everything went to, you know. Like, it's cool. Yeah, this one was actually previewed before the volume was out. I simp for Eve. I mean, frankly, who wouldn't? Although this does raise a few questions about when does this take place. Oh well, moving on. Next illustration. Oh hey, it's Sarah in a wedding dress. Feels bad, man. Can we get an F in the chat? Is this from the White Dog's short story? Not really. I mean, I'll just say one thing about White Dog is that this illustration does not take place during White Dog. It absolutely does not. Yeah, thanks for the F, boys. Feels bad, man. There's actually one other illustration that's unfortunately not in this volume. I could be wrong, but we'll find out. I'll show it to you guys later when we go through this. Alright, let's go. Volume 2, let's go! Ah, yes. Let me talk a bit about this one. So this illustration of Sistine with, I think it's a Mage Corps jacket, is the cover page for a volume of Dragon Magazine, which is the magazine that has short stories and news for the Fujimi Fantasia Bunko light novels. And this was used as the cover page for one of those. And also a volume of what they call in Japan, they call it special episodes of Bastard Magic Instructor. It's like Memory Records side stories, but they're more short stories. That's how I can describe it. That's what they essentially are. They're also gonna be a pain to translate because they're not available in digital, so manual transcribing it is. I will say there is a fun prequel that one of the volumes have. Memory Records are side stories, it's just that these special episodes are like also side stories, but the reason they're not in Memory Records is because they're like magazine exclusive stories that are put as special episodes, meaning that you don't have to read them. They're like less compulsory to read than Memory Records, if that makes sense. Memory Records is like the filler arcs. These are like if they were commercials. That's what it is. Standalones, yeah, something like that. Okay, moving on. So, characters. So we got Eve, Zelika, Albert, and Riel. Okay, let's go. So, look at prototype Eve. Oh, yeah, not much to see here other than confirming that she is 19, which is like the same age as Glenn, and like the prototype outfit looks one of the two. It's like this one with the frilly dress, this one with the this type of cover. Which one you like, boys? Also noticed the butterfly hair clip that I noticed a lot of characters recently have been using this thing. Don't know why, maybe it just works. Okay, I like it, boys. Alright, moving on. Next, we got Zelika. Yay! Best mom Zelika. Oh no, it's that illustration. Never mind. Come on. And you got some really nice Zelika drawings here of... she was originally going to be given a monocle or like have an eye be covered. So this look kind of cute. I mean, look at this monocle thing. Let's zoom in. Monocle. Monocle or pirate? Which one you guys like? What's the best mom Zelika clip from? Oh, right. Volume 12 of the manga. Go get it. You can get it yourself. That's all I'll say. It's fun there. Yeah, Beta Zelika. Monocle. Maybe it increases her laser sights or accuracy or something. That's cool. Moving on. Yeah, moving on. Hang on. Let me just do this thing. What? Ah. Alright, next. Albert, it's your boy. I just noticed this. It's like his hair was like meant to look like an A. And the mage coat uniform, not much to say other than the color scheme, I guess. Like Riel from Volume 1, there's not much to say here. It's just which one you like better. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Yeah, what? He's cool. He's the best bruh. There's something that's... hang on. Okay. Yeah, there's something interesting about the male characters for this series that Kuni Mishima actually talked about, which, again, get into it later. So next, S.I.R. Ah, yes. This is the illustration I was talking about. This one was from Volume 5, but it was not in Volume 1. But because she's a featured character, that's why she's here. This illustration is from that volume. You know, people seem to make a big deal out of her being way more important than she actually is. But, it's like, she exists, she's cool. Oh, right, and then you have this TV version of S.I.R. Small. It's kind of cute, actually. Yeah, it's like... I don't have much to say other than the fact that she does look very, like, foreign compared to most of the characters in the main plot country, you know, that stuff. Alright, next. Oh, this is my favorite. We finally got logos, like actual official logos for all the factions and stuff. Actually, let me just zoom in a bit. I need to double check what this is, but obviously we know what this is. Bad guys. I think I know this one. This one's one of the villain groups from Volume 8. This is the thing that I'll just say now is kind of creepy. And of course the Academy logo. I might need to use these for the wiki. Great. More work. Yay! Alright, next. Moving on. Oh, wait, hang on. Alright, here we go. Oh no. Okay, before we continue, I need legit feedback. We're gonna venture into spoiler territory now. Like, these volumes absolutely have not been translated, but their cover pages are publicly available and known. So I'm just gonna ask those of you who want to stick around. Those who want to stick around, stick at your own risk. That's all I'll say now. I won't go into the plot. If you want to ask about it, assume someone in the Discord can take care of that. Other than that, yeah, no. Okay, let's just browse through this crap. Move. Okay, so cover pages 1, 13, 14. I'll just know that Riel's involved. 1 in 13. Spoiler center what? Yeah, no. See ya. Just know Riel's involved, and this is where the plot gets really, like, it starts going full steam. That's all I'll say about volume 13 to 18. It's probably no surprise they put all these volumes together. Volume 14 involves this is Leo's sister, Ellen, who is combating 16 in some stuff that takes place around this time. That's all I'll say about it. Dick. I don't know which one you mean, Dick. Oh, that. Never mind. Next. 15 and 16. Just know it involves stuff that's happening during this Harry Potter outfit tournament, which, by the way, the robe they use for that is very Harry Potter-esque. It does look really cool. Alright, next. Oh, hey, 7. Next. Volume 17. This one is publicly shown. It's basically Eve finding her elder sister in something that takes place around this time in the plot. There's not much to say here. Nope. Yeah, volume 13 illustration here. There's no Riels involved with some dipshits from the Mage Corps and some green eye, red eye lipstick hoodies. Oh, right, volume 13's plot. Not much to say here other than fill in the blanks. You guys can probably guess what's happening. Yeah, this one too, volume 13. Nothing more to say here. Next. Okay, so volume 14. Remember that character Elsa and Riel? Yeah, you can see where this is going. Next. Oh, right, Ellen shows up and yeah, this has nothing to do with Leos. Just know it involves like some other stuff that takes place around this one. Hey, 7, watch the chat. I don't want to get shot by YouTube. Damn you. I don't describe plot. Next. Yeah, they can just ask you two. F you. Besides, it's not much to... I mean, these illustrations are like available in the trial version too. It's not like there's much to spoil, I guess. Alright, there's this bloke. Teacher, name's Fossil. Fossil? I don't know the specific name other than they call him Fossils. Oh, right. And stuff happens that resolves the plot. Oh yeah, the volume spoils itself. Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Okay, volume 15. Ah, right. Then we have this chick called Maria. Not... Yeah, I don't know why they call her Maria, unless that's a Gundam style joke. Anyway, we have Romeo and her mother again asking her to do R18 stuff to send someone. Oh yeah. Oh, nude bath scene soon. Yeah, fun joke. Oh, right. And then you got this. Because they're doing some competition stuff around this point in time, that's why they change outfits, which again, looks cool. And fighting people from other academies and stuff. Okay, next. And then you have, I wonder who this is. Some angel, some singing. I wonder if she's named after the moon. Next. Oh, right, and then this scene where, yeah, 16 flashback. We'll look into that text soon. And we're gonna skip. Oh, just actually short in the concept art. Yeah, no crap, man. Next. Okay, skip. Oh, right. Where were we? Alright, volume 17. Close-up of pretty much every relevant character at this point in time. Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, right. And then you got this bloke. There it was! Don't just start, man. Oh yeah, and volume 17 illustration. Let me think about it for a second. Yeah, this character, Eve's sister, I think, question mark, is the first, like, character that from, yeah, Lydia, from memory records that joins up the main plot, I think? Question mark. I mean, most characters in the memory record short stories, the original stories, are like written to be so one-shot they will never show up again. But then you have Lydia here. So moving on. Okay, next, volume 18. Oh, let's move on. Oh, right, 16. Yeah, use Hyper Beam on him. Del and well, moving on. Oh, right. Now we come to this. There's not much to say here. Again, like, most of the monochrome illustrations are like, they explain the things happening in the chapter, but most of these are better you check them out yourself. Amber. I wonder who that is. Moving on, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, nothing. Oh, right. Oh, right, now I remember. Okay, so brings us to afterward images. Yeah, afterward images. This one's from Volume 1 of the manga, which actually Kurumi Mishima did draw this one. And then this one's from Memory Records Volume 1, Volume 2. Very nice scene of best mom patting her best son. And you got this one for Volume 14, which it reminds me of a scene, I just can't remember where. And then, yes, Eve Pasta. Eve Pasta. Okay, no, let's not go there. You guys can read the short story involving this later. Ah, right. Now comes to the best batch of light novels the series had to offer. Forget the main plot, read Memory Records instead. Ah, Memory Record Illustrations, Volume 1, Volume 2. Zelika watching over Glenn. This is a really nice pic. The funny thing about this pic is that all the stories in Volume 1, all of them, yeah, they could, like, what's the word I'm gonna use here? This image, like, reflects all the stories in Volume 1 really well. Like, really well. All of them are like, Glenn goes and do something beyond his own limits, and then nice mom Zelika realizes that that's good for him, and she should keep doing more of it. That's kind of what this one illustration is. Volume 2 one, it's kind of okay. It's nice. 3 is where you start to get, like, if anything, I would say that this one is probably very debating because it was released around the time of the anime release, so people would know S.I.R a lot more than pretty much everyone else here. And because this is the volume with White Dog, it makes sense for her to be in the cover. And you got this other debating cover page. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is Deodato. Yeah, sure, totally. So many people get baited by this so much, they don't even notice it's, you know. Right, just wait till we get to the story involving that. And you got Volume 5 where it's more drama, 5 me. You know what Jatis is at? Oh, even then he has his hat. That's cool. You wouldn't notice this at all, but Jatis has a monocle. It's just that it's very difficult to see most of the time. Unless you see it on your first time, then yay, but otherwise you would miss it. Makes sense. And you got Volume 6, which is right, Feels Bad Man, Volume Mark 1. Yeah, feels bad, man. Then you got this other debating image. Yeah, marriage. That totally happens. Totally. And then the other feels bad man image. Okay, let's stop. Okay, let's catch a break. Let me just get a drink. Oh, right, this one. Ah, right, yeah, Sistine's romance novel. This is the best illustration to represent that. She's so deluded to think that she's good at writing that it's what makes a character fun to watch. You kind of want to see her succeed, but at the same time, you kind of want to see her fail. It's like either outcome is good. Really good. Okay, moving on. Okay, Tulu, next. Also Tulu, next. Okay, if it's any consolation, we'll translate those for y'all. Just chill. Good god, that Romeo one is actually on a card, by the way. It's a special print of a card. Next, you got this illustration for your Christmas special, where basically, I think we can go over these. You can technically read these shorts for free. It's just that they're, what's the word? Okay, they're free to read on the trial version, just that they're in Japanese. So, TLDR, the illustration, the short for this illustration is basically Romeo dreams of waking up in, of entering Glenn's room as Santa and tries to present herself as Santa's gift to him, and then she wakes up realizing it's a dream. Which, yeah, that's how that works. Oh yeah, it's also on the character song. I don't know why. Again, Romeo has a lot of like 2 loot, 5 me picks. Next, then you have this Magic Girl illustration. That's basically, so the 3 of them took Zelika's de-aging potion, and Glenn wants to like pitch them to be like some idol Magic Girl group, and Zelika comes in saying that they should have a mascot, and you should probably try this medicine that turns people into rats. Yeah, that'll work, right? This is Glenn, by the way. He's also in Fantasia Rebuild in like, I think it was Easter Romeo? Yeah. Because Easter Romeo has like Cat Sistine and Rat Glenn on her, alongside her. I don't know why, other than the fact that maybe the voice actors for Sistine and Glenn are way too expensive. That's why they didn't make characters or variants for them. You know how it is in Japan. Yeah, I don't think season 2 is gonna happen easily. Next! And you got this one with Eve. Okay, this one is actually like a part 2 of a short where basically Eve is working her ass off in the office because she's too nice to accept work from all of her professor colleagues, such that she's pinning herself by eating like rations, and then Glenn comes in saying, hey, you want food? And then she says like, no, of course I don't, F you. And Glenn's like, oh, well, too bad, I brought some food, and bye. So yeah, but yeah, this might look like a futuristic office, but that's kind of like, it wouldn't surprise me if this kind of tech exists, even though it's like a medieval setting. Point is, the story is basically that. She's too nice, works too hard, can't say like she needs a break. Even Albert's worried about her. That is a laptop. Hey man, this world has weird AF school uniforms for girls. I don't question the logic of whether or not there's a laptop there. And we have this character that, yeah, I can't really get into it. Just know that she's cool. She's nameless. That's the name. It's not a joke. That's the name. Next! Oh, right, skipping over this. Oh yeah. Glenn's kids, open quotes. Oh yeah, this short story is kind of a dream. So, not much to say here other than they, open quotes, has kids. And yeah, this climbing the hill story, that's it's actually kind of cute. It's basically, so the 3 of them are climbing up a hill, and Riel wants to get up the hill as much as possible because for some reason she believes that the strawberry tart she eats at the top will be delicious. That's why she wants them to hurry up and stuff. You notice the color schemes they picked, Kurone Mishima picked for them is like really considered. Romeo is always given green, and Scene is usually silver, or is this silver? Purple? Whatever. And Riel's like this kind of turquoise green. Just contrasts really well. Pardon me. Can't blame my monitor. Just turn your head, it's easy. Alright, next. Ah, right, Monochrome Illustrations for memory records. Yeah, a lot of good stuff here, and illustrations of characters that you pretty much never see, like the lady that's the reason why Glenn has Fool's World prototype. And this story. Alright, and this story. Yes, we'll get to that later. You guys will see exactly why I wanted that story so much. Volume 3 illustrations. Hey look, it's the best detective ever. Not really. And this one, loot. Okay, loot, there's a loot. Next. There's also a loot. Next. There's a semi-loot. Oh, right. Okay, this one. I don't see anything. Oh, right, that one. Never mind. Next. Yeah, no. Ah, good. We're safe. Oh, it's the Feels Batman volume. Right. Oh yeah, this one. You know, even I will admit that Kuroi Mishima is very unlikely to do more than 6 illustrations for memory records anymore, because it's like, this is the first volume where you have one short story that does not have an illustration at all. All these are present in 4 out of 5 illustrations, but there's one short story that just doesn't have one. It's not like this is only fan for Luke content fan. Oh, sure it is. I mean, depends whether or not they're sleeping with the people who run YouTube, I guess. Alright, moving on. Illustrations for Dragon Magazine. Right. So, yeah, most of these are from Dragon Magazine. They're basically like, hey, it's the series' first time in the magazine, so check it out. Got this. This one is the scene where it's used for an alternate cover of Volume 1. What's the word? It's one of the few alternate cover versions of the light novel that they reprinted in Japan, because light novel logic, I don't know why they like to do it in Japan. Not my problem, but hey, it makes no money. I'm not gonna say no. I mean, they're not gonna say no. You got these. This one's the illustration for a cover and a volume of special episodes. It's nice, I guess. And you got this other illustration. I think this was, yeah, this was released around the time of the anime, so it's like really neat. Then you got these for like also the year when the anime was released, and the most latest one, which is around January this year, with this one, which is like really nice. And oh yeah, this one from last year, 2020. Yeah, at least we know this series is still being like given the opportunity to be featured on the light novel label's premium magazine, so it's good that there are illustrations coming up for it. And you got these. Alright, now remember. These are like very early Dragon Magazine showcases of what the series is like, and if you can tell, the way it's drawn, this is 2020, this is 2014. There's so much difference between the two. Like, all of them are done by Kuroi Mishima, but you can more or less tell that it's like a jarring improvement. You guys get what I mean? It's like, it's very different. Oh yeah, season 2, last thing you need. I mean, to be fair, if it's done well, and it does well, sure, but thing is, I don't expect it to be done well. I mean, sure, but again, Data Live had 4 seasons, and from what I've been informed, every studio that made every season crashed after they made their respective season on Data Live, so I don't know, man. I mean, I'll discuss this a bit later, but let's just move on. Alright, this side story. This one... Alright, the short associated with this illustration is basically Sistine's recap of volumes 1 to 4. That's basically this. This one is Romeo's recap of volumes 1 to 4 that specifically mentions the magic competition. And as it has nothing to do with the stuff happening in the background. I could be wrong, because there might be something here. I'll need to get the volume and look into it myself. And this one I need to talk about. Yeah, this one's the character introduction page for memory records. Every volume has this, but it's black and white. And this is the colored version of it, which is like really cool. And originally, it didn't have Albert and Riel, but this colored one has all of them, which is great. And you have this one, which is like really short. Oh man, that's a lot of Dragon magazines I need to look into. Oh well. Money well spent, boys. You got this one. Right, this one's probably my favorite short, since it's like... So basically, Saka and Glenn are playing chess, as they do. And Zelika decides to tease him by asking, so which one of your students you like the most? Giving him a choice between Sistine, Riel, or Romeo, and saying that she highly recommends But before she could answer, Glenn asks what the F is she on about and beats her at chess. And after beating her, he goes, look, I'm the king of losing at chess, and until I reverse my losing streak by winning more than you, I'm not gonna leave your side at all. It's like his way of saying, look, mom, I'm not gonna leave your side yet. Like an annoying child without actually acknowledging that she is his mom. You know that kind of rebellious phase teen? Yeah, basically that. Alright, so next, and you got this short. Alright, this short is the one where it's basically part 1 to that Eve illustration from earlier. The one with the laptop. This is part 1. The Eve illustration is part 2. Basically, everyone's at the party. Albert is sort of like having a conversation with Romeo, sort of thanking her for being the reason why Glenn and Riel can be as chilled as they are, and he believes that that's good for them. After that, he remarks that if only Eve could be as chilled as them, because, well, he's still in the mage course. At the time, Eve is already a professor, so he's just concerned about his former boss, etc. That kind of thing. It's a nice little short. Moving on. And we got this one. This one's basically Riel's recap of events. Simple as that. Nothing more to say here. And yeah. Other than that, a bunch of really prototype illustrations for 2017 when the anime was airing. Or about to air, basically. And yeah, this one's basically Sistine made a bento for Glenn. He's eating way too much, and she's scolding him for it. And then Riel asks, "Didn't you make that for him?" And that's all we get. This one's basically okay. This one's kind of fun. So the three girls are actually studying at a cafe. I think it was Adventure Cafe, maybe not. So three of them studying. And then, of course, Riel falls asleep because she's Riel. And then Glenn shows up with strawberry tarts and plans to give them one each for studying really hard, even on a day off. And then Riel suddenly wakes up, picks up a textbook, and starts reading because, well, strawberry tarts. She's just that single-minded. What more do you want to say? This one. So this one, the short story here is basically the three of them got turned into... I don't know if the term furry is correct, but basically they got turned into... They got animal morphed to have animal parts, and for some reason they only eat sugar because apparently, according to Zelika, it has a lot of energy. It's done by the best character in the series. His name's Orwell. You know that guy? Yeah, never mind. We'll get into it later. But point is, so because they eat so much sugar, Glenn is the one spending all his money for this. So, which ends in them running out of sweets to eat and going up to him and saying, "Can we have more?" And then he runs the F away because it's Glenn. He's either pissed broke or in a situation. Shit-tuation, not situation. Moving on. The semi-genius engineer. Yes, this guy gets it. Okay, this story is not really much. It's just the girls flexing their... I think it's yukata or... Basically the traditional outfit they wear for New Year's. Even in that world, for some reason, they wear this for New Year's. But this is a series written by a Japanese author, so I don't ask questions. Next. Ah, right. These two are actually very new because I myself have never seen this before, but they're really neat illustrations for the series. Oh, this one is in 2020 March. That's interesting. Eve teaching. That's really neat. This one's also kind of neat. I've never seen these two before until now, so it's cool. Well, at least you know Kurene Mishima is still doing stuff for the series. These are gonna be a pain to extract though. Next. Ah, right. Okay, so let's catch a quick break because we're now at the good stuff. Kurene Mishima interview. Okay, guys, first things first, can you guys thank Ursa or Seven in the chat? Because he helped put all this together. Like, damn, thanks a lot, man. No, like, really, thanks a lot. Like, give him applause, man. He does good stuff. He's translating the series for you guys, so just be, thank him. Thank him. It sounded sarcastic. That it does not. F you. But yeah, it does go into a lot of interesting things about the series, which we'll go into now. One sec. Okay, here's a shitty stock Word document. So I'll try to like rephrase some of these questions as much as I can, since I still don't have edit access, by the way. But yeah, so we'll just like actually hang on a bit. Let me just one moment. I need to tweak a bit. Be back. One quick sec. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back, right? Alright, yeah, so basically we'll try to toggle between... One sec. Alright. Ah, okay. That's up. Okay, so one of the few quotes that was given is like, the most difficult design is the uniform. Chapters take longer to release. Oh, F you, Amar. Alright, so first impressions of the series. Excuse me. So, first impressions, when Kone Mishima was reading it, she kind of saw a story that popped in the head with, based on the amount of material and depth there was, apparently, from what it was said. So at the time, she was working on Konosuba as well, so she was also aware of the like distinction between the two. Basically, Konosuba is like a series that makes you laugh in any situation, whereas Akashic Records is more hot battle fantasy, according to her anyways, or at least that's how this is translated. It's like Konosuba is cute and Akashic Records it's like cool, etc. That kind of thing. That kind of thing, basically. The interview is very rough, but essentially it's... We'll fix this later, I guess. So, next. Okay, so this one... So, things that she remembered from designing the characters. So, based on the amount of material she was given, she mentions here specifically that the uniform was specifically difficult, which has a draft that we'll see later. But according to her, she tried and error with a design that fits within the medieval setting of Akashic Records. But instead of making it something that fits, it made it stand out. You guys will have a perfect idea of what I'm referring to. I don't judge. The uniform itself is it's impractical AF, and the explanation for it is very... But hey, I'm not gonna judge. Everyone has their kinks. I mean, people simp for fictional characters in gacha games that crash and burn, so I'm not one to judge. Okay, so next, personal characters that she likes. Yeah, this one we might need to double check a bit. She does make a remark about Eve. If Eve wins the heroine race and becomes Glenn's wife, that would be interesting. So, background male character growth. Oh wait, this one is a bit later. Right. Here she mentions about how, in contrast to how most of her drawings in 2014 were like, compare it to today, there's like a distinct cut. It's like so different. You guys saw those illustrations from earlier? That's the basic example of it. So some of these 7 actually attached below, so let's just skim over these. Alright, this one. So according to her, she mentions that in Contradictions, which is basically Akashic Records, the cover page is decided by the character and poses, with them always looking out towards the reader, as in this is the main plot. But in Memory Records, she like wanted to design like everyday life kind of things, and basically made it as though like the scene itself was on its own, it's like it's happening on the cover page. You guys get what I mean? I don't know if you guys spoiler. We're not in spoiler land, bruh. We're in like what's the word? Interview stuff. It's not really a spoiler. It's more like she herself doesn't know what's going to happen, and you'll see why later. So, alright, this one's a cool one. So, according to Mishima, she has never drawn a lot of like male characters prior to now. She mostly drew ladies. So, by working on Akashic records, it developed her ability to like draw dudes. So, it works. I mean, Sheepman never tells her. Obviously, I mean, by right, technically speaking, she would know more because she's the illustrator for the series. And technically speaking, it would make sense that he would communicate with her more. I mean, obviously not too many story spoilers, obviously, but she would have to know some minimum amount of like plot to have an idea what to draw for every volume moving forward. So what's your favorite? Volume 13 when Glenn and Albert, you know, they did stuff. Which is, again, we'll get to it. Take it slow, 7. We got time. Oof. So, according to this question, Akashic records will soon reach the climax, so she asks for her thoughts. She herself remarks that she wants to see through it to the end. Whatever that is. So, this is like a really good statement that says that she herself is unaware of what is going to happen. And the reason why I say this is because this one, according to this, it says February 2021, which indicates that this is around the time when Volume 19 is still being worked on. So it's more or less clear that she herself doesn't know how the story is going to end. Which is clear indication of that. I mean, obviously if she does, she probably wouldn't spoil anyways, so... But based on this, it's safe to assume that she doesn't know the specific plot. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't know what to draw. Or it's just like a safety answer per se that you'll see, I guess. That kind of thing. So, alright, so this is a really spicy question that's gonna piss a lot of people off. So, according to her, she herself acknowledges that it's hard to imagine the development that Glenn would have with the other heroines of the series. According to her, all readers would have their own favorite, and it all depends on what the author is going to do. And in the end, she suspects that the ending will be left to the reader to decide, etc., etc., which is kind of neat. But according to her, she said that it would be great if every character gets like their specific ending. Which again, this is the statement that Hart convinces us that if you're here for this series for romance, you are looking at the wrong place, because by no means does the main plot develop romance. If you want romance, look at memory records. That shiz has more character chemistry development than the entire main plot combined. Like really, just look into memory records. Damn it. Alright, next. So the reason I say this interview was slightly very recent, because it says February 2021, which indicates that this interview takes place at least after February 2021, or around that time. Basically, within this year. Or, I don't think this is an interview from last year. I don't believe it. Which talks about how she is celebrating her 10th anniversary of doing illustrations. And yeah, it's like, she says it's great for the last 10 years, and she's grateful to being in charge of both Konosuba and Akashic Records, and yeah, it's like one of those she looks forward to more kind of thing. That kind of thing. It's neat. As an artist, you would reach that kind of like jaded perspective and look back and say, yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah, you also have this where it's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, she also mentions that what kind of stuff would she like to draw? She does bring up she doesn't like mecha, but she also like to challenge herself to go in that direction, which would be interesting. Like, Kone Mishima made mechas. If you've seen her artworks, you would know that. Oh, okay, not that. Oh, right. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. You can check the VOD later. No worries. Get some sleep. This interview is before Feb. Oh, before? Oh, okay then. I mean, either way, it's like... It's definitely around this year, at least. I would put... I mean, I would wager at least this year. Yeah, you take care of that. Okay, so, back to the book. We're over soon. Next. Oh, right. The thing again. Alright. No worries. This will be translated. Chill. Oh, right. Character drafts. Good stuff. Okay. Let's look. Okay, boys. Hey, look. It's the best girl. Let's go into it slowly. Okay. So, we got Alicia 7 here. Or, according to you, it's like Alicia, Queen Alicia at the time. So, it's like... She's 38. Holy crap. And there's a book. I wonder if she chose that as a weapon. And then here, boys, we have Ren. GLaDOS. Best girl. Yes, see? See? Chat gets it. This is the best girl. No questions asked. It's interesting how the uniform is like slightly different, but it's still, you know, Ren. And we got Lydia here, doing stuff on fire. Like the pompous little... She does have that smart ass face on her. Which is kind of fitting, I guess. Got... I think this is Anna? Should be Anna. Yeah, it's definitely Anna. We got Nina here, which is the character from Glenn's original story. Like, damn, the outfit's like, it's neat. And we got these blokes from the Mage Corps, whoever they are, you'll find out. When did he get the bus? Oh, TLDR, he got Rema half. That's the plot of Volume 8. Right, next. Let's just move on. Nothing to see here. Next. Yeah, nothing to see there. Oh hey, it's what's his name? Oh yeah, Magic Sword guy. Yeah, he has the name. It's called Rake. As in the tool they use at farms. Which I'm surprised he has a draft and like artwork for his swords. What is this supposed to be? Is this like a B+? Never mind. But yeah, this looks a lot like Rake, and I confirmed it is him. I'm surprised he's like dirty and stuff. Magic swords. That's cool, I guess. Then we got Eleanor here, who's originally planned to have like a lot of like either long hair, short hair, or different color hair. That's neat. Then you got the boys, simp boys of class 2. Holy shit, Kai's short AF. Alright. And you got Hentai Protag here, you got Pretty Boy Protag here, you got Nerd Protag here, you got regular Protag here. Use Batman for the boys. Alright, brings us to the uniforms. The thing Korean Mishimo is talking about. Right, here we go. So, originally the uniforms looked very different, like this. All these, look at this. And which was eventually set up with like this. I mean, it had all sorts of colors as well, which is kind of cool. And then it's set up with, you know, that section being open because, yeah, that makes sense. I don't ask questions. I mean, I'm not gonna ask questions if the author has a kink for that. I don't judge. Again, people simp for fictional PNGs on a game called Genshin Impact, so I'm not one to judge. Can't read the names, they're 3 pictures. Bruh, where's the wiki? Come on, man. And you got the State Lily uniforms here, which I'm surprised Riel was used as like the model for it to decide how it would look. It's kind of neat, I guess. Okay, so the next page. Hang on. I mean, let's face it, the uniform is very debating, but at the same time, not really relevant to the plot. You can literally change the outfit and it would make 0 difference to the plot. Just people would be more horny. Hey, less horny. People would be less horny. Hey, Genshin is an easy joke. I don't think it's a bad game, but it is an easy joke when people associated with it act really dumb. Oh, right. Halloween special. This short is basically Riel is taught that in Halloween, if someone doesn't give you candy, you can prank them, and her prank is whacking Glenn with a greatsword. That ends about as well as you think. And here we are, the end, which, with all the like, actually I'm surprised that some of these are here. Yeah, I don't recall seeing the beta illustrations for these three, so it's probably in volume 3 or something if they ever choose to make one. Gosh, too, but yeah, basically I haven't seen the beta for these 4 characters. But essentially, yeah, this is volume 2, boys. That's it. We're done. Holy crap. This was up to volume 18, there's no 19 stuff. Volume 1 was released on the same day as volume 19, and they also announced the release date for volume 2 that week, so by right, no volume 19 stuff yet. Oh god. Oh yeah, Samurai 16, that's another cool thing. There's a short story associated with it, but TLDR is basically Sistine is deluded into thinking that she is a princess samurai and bust up a pub at gang. A pub where Glenn is doing some gang related crap. And then in reality she's just practicing for some drama club thing. And then she's brought back to reality because Glenn tapped her on the shoulder. What are you doing? And yeah, that's it. And that's volume 2, boys. And here, you can see all the full illustrations. Riel with a tot, of course. Oh, she's a tot. Join last minute. Welcome aboard. You can check the VOD later, I guess. But yeah, that's it. That's volume 2. Holy crap. Maybe we should start early because I think we started way too late. God. But yeah, that's volume 2, boys. Go buy it. Yeah, that's the easiest thing you can do. You can get your own copy. It's actually quite worth the funding. I mean, most of you who look at, yeah, 30 USD might be a tall order, but would you rather spend that on something temporary like a gacha or a permanent book that's actually worth? Especially an ebook that is almost guaranteed to be eternal. Buy the limited with the e-poster. Oh yeah, yes, the e-poster. One sec. Let me just set this up for you boys. Hang on. Let me just get that view. There we go. Come on, show me. Alright, we're back. Hang on. Let me just swap. Okay, we're back. The page. Yay! Let's just jump a bit. This one illustration is not in the volume book. Not that one. Ah, this one. Let's go here. Ah, right. We're gamers. Okay, bar. Alright, here we go. Alright, this sample of Glenn and Eve shopping. And this is like the original illustration for this volume that was released. But this is not in a book for some reason. So, at least we know Eve's a fan of bread. Whatever that entails. Yeah, this is a really nice pick. That you can only get it in the Gamers Edition. Is it physical? I'll wait to find out. No? Seems there's only a few left. The F? That's neat. Yeah, looks like it's good. It was good, man. Dress up chicken drawn on the first come first serve basis. Target box. Huh, that's neat. Ah, whatever. Regardless of the version, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's Gallery Records Volume 1 and 2, boys. Thanks so much for joining, and we're gonna wrap up now. If you guys got any questions, you can check out the description for the Discord. And yeah, get your own copy if you want. Oh, and talk to certain people in the server if you want no spoilers. We're not gonna talk about it here. But I'll do have one thing to say. Just if you want to do stuff for the series, do dumb shit posts or dumb memes or jokes, etc. That's always good because, as I said, if the series comes to English, it's good for everyone. Otherwise, well, we're all effed eventually. I like the series, but I'm not gonna pretend it's big, so... But that doesn't mean we won't do stuff for it. You guys just do the same. I mean, really, it's not that hard to make a shitpost. r/animemes was built on shitposts. Let's do the same. A shitty shitpost is better than no post. Alright. Alright, I guess we're gonna end the stream now. As you boys, we'll see you around. And yeah, when a certain thing is ready, you'll see it. Whatever that is. Alright, see you boys.